You're doing everything right. You exercise. You eat your protein. You take your daily supplements. Instead of getting stronger, you feel like you're just treading water. Or worse, losing ground. So what is the secret? For years, we've been told the answer is more magnesium. But what if I told you that was a complete dead end? A distraction from what truly works. I'm Dr. Emma Collins, a biomedical scientist with a PhD specializing in aging and nutrition. My work has focused on this exact problem. And what we found was surprising. The answer wasn't in some expensive, complicated routine, but in two simple vitamins that most people are taking at the completely wrong time. And here's the kicker. Because your body does over 70% of its muscle repair. You sleep, these two vitamins literally help you rebuild lean muscle overnight. Get this? While you rest. So, if you're over 60 and you are tired of feeling like your strength is slipping away, no matter how hard you try, stay with me. This is for you. In fact, if you've ever felt that frustration, let me know in the comments by simply typing the word "ready" and be sure to subscribe, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you think about building muscle forever. All right, let's get right into the heart of it. We've talked about the frustration, the effort that feels like it's going nowhere. Now let's talk about the solution. It begins not in the morning, not at the gym, but in the quiet hours of the night while you sleep. The first part of this solution, the one I consider the second best supplement you can take, is something you've definitely heard of, but you've likely never thought of it in this way. The first vitamin you should be taking at night is vitamin D3. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Vitamin D, that's the sunshine vitamin, right? It's for bones. And you are absolutely correct. It is essential for bone health. But what science has revealed over the last couple of decades is that vitamin D's role in our body is so much more vast, so much more profound than we ever imagined. And for your muscles, its role is nothing short of a nightly miracle. Think of vitamin D3 as the night shift manager for your muscle building factory. When you go to sleep, this manager clocks in and starts giving out orders. Here's what happens in simple terms. When you take vitamin D3 before you go to bed, something truly amazing begins to happen inside your body. As you drift into sleep, those vitamin D levels in your bloodstream start to activate these special docking stations on your muscle cells. They're called VDRs, which stands for vitamin D receptors. The name isn't important. What is important is to think of them like tiny keyholes on the surface of every single muscle cell you have. Vitamin D is the key. When the key fits into the lock overnight, it sends a powerful signal directly into the muscle cell. It's like a command. And that command tells your muscles to start pulling in more calcium and phosphorus from the food you ate during the day. Why does that matter? Because calcium and phosphorus are the essential minerals your muscle fibers need to properly contract, to repair, and to grow stronger. Without this signal, a lot of those valuable minerals just get flushed out of your system. With the signal, your muscles are actively hoarding them for reconstruction. It's the difference between leaving building materials out in the rain versus having a crew actively bring them inside to build the house. But the story doesn't end there. Taking vitamin D at night does something else that is critically important for anyone over 60. It helps signal your body to optimize its production of testosterone during sleep. Now, testosterone has unfortunately gotten a complicated reputation. But for both men and women, healthy levels of testosterone are essential for maintaining lean muscle mass. It is the hormone that directly tells your muscles how to use the protein you ate for dinner to build new, strong muscle tissue while you sleep. As we age, our natural production of this vital hormone declines. Vitamin D, however, acts as a natural supporter of this process, ensuring that your body is making the most of what it has, right when it matters most. Scientific studies have shown that without enough vitamin D, this entire nighttime muscle repair process, it slows down. It slows down dramatically. Some research suggests it can be hindered by up to 60%. Think about that. You could be doing everything right during the day, but if your vitamin D levels are low, You're essentially working with a repair crew that's understaffed and moving in slow motion. And there's one more crucial benefit: inflammation. As we get older, we often deal with more aches and pains. This is often caused by low-grade chronic inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation is like a slow-burning fire in your muscle tissues. It doesn't just cause discomfort. It actively breaks down muscle fibers. It's a catabolic process, meaning it's destructive to muscle. Vitamin D is a potent, natural anti-inflammatory. When you take it at night, it works while you sleep to dampen that fire. It cools the system down, which allows your muscles to recover more quickly from the day's activities and protects them from the natural breakdown that accelerates as we age. Most vitamin D3 supplements you find at the pharmacy or grocery store come in doses of 2,000 to 4,000 international units, or IUs, per capsule. To put that in perspective, that amount is nearly 10 times what most seniors get from sunlight alone, especially if you live in a northern climate or spend most of your time indoors. And this isn't just theory. The evidence is compelling. There was a recent landmark study conducted by researchers at Harvard University. They followed 400 seniors, all of whom had low vitamin D levels, for a period of 8 months. Half of the group was given a daily vitamin D3 supplement, while the other half received a placebo, a simple sugar pill. Both groups continued with their normal daily routines. The results, at the end of the 8 months, were stunning. The group that took the placebo gained, on average, just 0.4 pounds of muscle mass, almost nothing. But the group that took the daily vitamin D3 supplement, they gained an average of 2.8 pounds of pure lean muscle mass. They weren't lifting more weights or eating more protein. The only significant change was adding this one simple vitamin. It was the key that unlocked their body's ability to build strength. This wisdom, in a way, is ancient. Think about the ancient Viking warriors. They lived in the far north, a land of long, dark, sunless winters. How did these legendary figures maintain their incredible strength and stamina when the sun, the primary source of vitamin D, disappeared for months on end? They had a secret weapon. They consumed cod liver oil, one of the richest natural sources of vitamin D3 on the planet. They instinctively knew that this golden oil gave them a resilience, a strength, that their environment tried to take away. So, how do you put this into practice? It's incredibly simple. You want to take between 2,000 and 4,000 IUs of vitamin D3 with your evening meal. And it's very important that this meal contains some healthy fats. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means your body needs fat to absorb it properly. Taking it on an empty stomach or with a fat-free meal is like sending a letter without a stamp. It won't get delivered. Healthy fats from sources like olive oil, avocado, nuts, or fatty fish are perfect. If you prefer to get your nutrients from food, you can certainly boost your levels with a carefully planned dinner. Imagine this. Grill a beautiful 4-ounce fillet of wild-caught salmon seasoned with herbs. That single piece of fish can contain more vitamin D than most people get in an entire week. On the side, roast some mushrooms with rosemary until they are brown and crispy on the edges. Mushrooms, especially when exposed to UV light, are another fantastic source. Pair that with some mashed sweet potatoes, and here's a pro tip. Add a generous pat of grass-fed butter. Not only does it taste delicious, but the butter also provides the healthy fat needed for maximum vitamin D absorption. And here's the real game changer. That cod liver oil the Vikings used, you can buy it in a liquid form. Mix a teaspoon of it right into your homemade salad dressing with some olive oil and lemon juice. I promise you won't even taste it. But your muscles will thank you all night long. To top it all off, you could finish with a small glass of fortified milk or a calcium-fortified milk alternative before bed. A dinner like this isn't just a meal. It's a strategic deposit into your strength account. It delivers well over 500 IUs of vitamin D, paired perfectly with the healthy fats your body needs for that crucial overnight muscle-building process. It's simple, it's effective, and it's the first step. But here's a critical piece of the puzzle. It's something very important you need to understand. Taking vitamin D3 alone is like having a construction crew show up to a job site with all the right blueprints, but no tools. They know what to do, but they can't actually do the work. You still will not gain the muscle you want if you are not pairing vitamin D with this next. And in my opinion, most important supplement. Because this next mineral works hand in glove with vitamin D. It's the tool that brings the blueprint to life. This brings us to the absolute best. Number 1 supplement you should be taking at night. Number 2 is zinc. Zinc is a mineral, and it is the unsung hero of muscle repair and growth. During the deepest phases of your sleep, your body is hard at work producing something called growth hormone. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's the master hormone that signals your body to grow and repair tissues, including your muscles. But here is the secret that most people, even many doctors, don't emphasize enough. These powerful muscle-building hormones require zinc to function properly. Zinc is the spark plug. Without it, the engine won't turn over. Let me explain. Zinc is what's known as a cofactor for over 300 different enzymes in your body. An enzyme is a protein that speeds up a chemical reaction. You can think of these enzymes as the tiny workers on your body's assembly line. The enzymes responsible for rebuilding muscle tissue are particularly dependent on zinc. When your zinc levels are optimal, these little workers stay active and efficient for a full 6 to 8 hours throughout the night, diligently repairing muscle fibers. But when you are deficient in zinc, and this is a key point, that entire muscle repair process can slow down by up to 60%. It's the same drop-off we see with low vitamin D. It's like your entire nighttime construction crew goes on a slowdown strike. Zinc also plays another vital role. It acts as a transport vehicle. During the night, it helps shuttle amino acids, the building blocks of protein, directly into your muscle cells. Once inside, those amino acids get assembled into new, stronger muscle fibers. This is precisely why seniors who have healthy zinc levels often report waking up feeling less sore, more recovered, and more energetic. Meanwhile, those who are deficient in zinc often experience prolonged muscle ache, that feeling that they just can't seem to recover, and slower healing in general. Now, you might think you're getting enough zinc from your diet. And while foods like oysters, beef, and pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, the reality is that zinc deficiency is a silent epidemic among older adults. Shocking statistics show that it affects over 40% of seniors worldwide. 40%. That's almost 1 out of every 2 people over the age of 65. And yet, most doctors never even test for it. Low zinc levels can manifest in ways we often just chalk up to getting older. Things like wounds that heal slowly, a weaker immune system, thinning hair, and, most importantly for our conversation, a complete inability to build muscle, even when eating plenty of protein. This is the missing link for so many people. They are eating the protein, they are doing the exercise, but their body can't use the protein because they are missing this critical mineral. They don't have the tools to do the job. The scientific evidence backing this is incredibly strong. A groundbreaking study from the University of Michigan really highlights this. Researchers tracked 120 seniors who were all confirmed to be zinc deficient. They followed them for 12 weeks. Half the group received a daily supplement of 20 milligrams of zinc, while the other half got a placebo. The results were nothing short of remarkable. The seniors who took the zinc supplement increased their muscle protein synthesis, which is the scientific term for the rate at which their bodies build new muscle, by an incredible 34%. They also showed a 40% faster recovery from exercise. The researchers dug deeper and discovered that zinc literally acts like a key that turns on the genetic switches inside our DNA. These are the switches that tell our muscles to grow stronger and to repair themselves faster. This isn't a discovery. This is ancient wisdom being validated by modern science. We have records showing that ancient Egyptian physicians, over 4,000 years ago, used zinc-rich remedies. They would create ointments and salves to heal the wounds of their warriors and to help them restore their fighting strength. They knew, even then, that this mineral was essential for tissue repair and recovery. A good zinc supplement will deliver a powerful dose of 15 to 30 milligrams of bioavailable zinc per capsule. That can be up to 300% of what most seniors are able to absorb from food alone. So, what's the best way to take it? To maximize absorption and ensure it doesn't interfere with your sleep, The recommendation is to take your zinc supplement with a full glass of water about 2 hours away from bedtime. Taking it right before you lie down can sometimes cause a bit of stomach upset for some people, so giving it that 2-hour window is a good rule of thumb. So now you have the two keys: vitamin D3 with your fatty dinner, and zinc a couple of hours before bed. This combination creates the perfect hormonal and enzymatic environment for your body to build muscle while you sleep. It's powerful, it's effective, and it's based on solid science. But all this good work can be completely undone. It can be sabotaged. It would be utterly useless to your muscles to take these supplements if you pair them with the next 3 supplements I want to talk about. Most seniors have absolutely no idea that they are sabotaging their own muscle-building efforts night after night by taking these common vitamins at the wrong time. The last one on this list is particularly common. In fact, I am almost certain you've taken it sometime this week. After reviewing dozens of nutritional studies and consulting with thousands of patients suffering from age-related muscle loss, I have identified the 3 vitamins that seniors must avoid at all costs, especially at night. Let's get right into it. The number 1 vitamin you should never, ever take at night if you are trying to build or preserve muscle is B complex. At first, this might sound completely backward. I understand that. After all, we are constantly told by doctors and nutritionists to take our B vitamins. They are recommended for energy, for nerve health, and for a healthy metabolism. Many seniors take them daily, believing they are helping their bodies fight off fatigue and stay sharp. And they do. But here is the hidden truth that is so often overlooked. Timing is everything. When you take a B complex supplement at the wrong time, especially in the evening, you are actively working against your own muscle-building goals. Let's break down why. B complex vitamins are not a single vitamin, but a group of several powerful nutrients. This includes things like B6, B12, niacin, and riboflavin. These particular vitamins are known to stimulate the central nervous system. That's their job. They help convert your food into energy. They speed up your metabolism. They can raise your heart rate slightly, and they increase your mental alertness. All of this is incredibly useful in the morning or early afternoon when your body and mind need that energy to be active and engaged with the day. But at night, this false energy boost completely backfires. Here is the most important concept I want you to remember. Muscles are not built in the gym. They are not built at the dinner table. They are built, repaired, and grown during deep, restorative sleep. This is the sacred window of time when your body releases its peak amount of growth hormone. When it repairs those tiny micro-tears in your muscle fibers from the day's activity, and when it finally turns the protein from your diet into new, lean tissue. But if your nervous system is still switched on, still buzzing from a B-complex vitamin you took with dinner, you simply won't spend enough time in what's called slow-wave sleep. Slow-wave sleep is the deepest, most physically restorative phase of sleep. It is the critical phase for muscle recovery. If you miss it, you miss the window for growth. A comprehensive review published in the respected journal Sleep Medicine in 2019 tracked how late evening B vitamin use affected sleep patterns in older adults. The results were striking and unambiguous. The seniors who took their B complex in the evening had significantly reduced melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. They also had a delayed onset of deep sleep and far, far fewer minutes spent in those restorative slow-wave cycles. In other words, their bodies were losing the exact window of time when muscles are supposed to grow. And it doesn't stop there. The stimulation from elevated B vitamins at night can also cause a spike in cortisol. Cortisol is our primary stress hormone. Not only does cortisol keep you awake and anxious, but it is also actively catabolic to muscle tissue. That means it breaks down your muscle proteins for energy. So you have this perfect storm. You're not getting the deep sleep you need to release growth hormone. And at the same time, you're getting a spike in a hormone that is actively eating away at your muscles. For a senior who is already battling the natural process of age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, this can tragically accelerate weakness, frailty, and the loss of independence. I will never forget a patient of mine, a wonderful woman named Eleanor. She was 87 years old and she came to me just completely frustrated. She told me, "Doctor, I am doing everything I'm supposed to. I exercise faithfully 3 times a week with light weights. I'm drinking my bone broth, my protein shakes. I'm expecting to see results." But instead of gaining muscle, she kept losing strength. Her grip was weaker, and she felt more unsteady on her feet. After digging deep into her daily routine, we found the culprit. It was so simple, it was almost hidden in plain sight. She was taking her B-complex supplement right after dinner every night, thinking it would help her body heal while she slept. We made one single change. We moved that B-complex supplement to her breakfast time. Within a week, she reported sleeping more soundly than she had in years. And within 3 weeks, she had regained 2 pounds of lean muscle and told me she felt stronger and more stable than she had in a very long time. The lesson here is simple, but it is so powerful. If you want your body to build muscle, you have to give it the chance to recover. And that means no B-complex vitamins after the late afternoon. Take it with breakfast. Let it fuel your day. And then, allow your nights to be for deep repair. Now, let's move on to the second vitamin you should never take at night. This one might also be a surprise. It is vitamin C. Vitamin C is often praised as a miracle nutrient. It's good for your immune system, for your skin, for healing, and yes, it is incredibly important. But when it comes to building and preserving muscle as a senior, timing matters more than you could imagine. Taking vitamin C at night, especially in a high dose close to bedtime, can quietly sabotage your body's natural repair cycle. Here is why. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. And while that sounds like a good thing, and it usually is, at night your muscles actually need a small, controlled amount of what's called oxidative stress to trigger the recovery process. Think of it like this. The mild stress from your daily activities like walking or lifting groceries acts like a signal flare. It's this tiny bit of stress that tells your body, "Hey, we need repairs over here." This signal is what tells your body to release growth hormone, to activate its repair pathways, and to start rebuilding the muscle fibers that were damaged during the day. But when you flood your system with a large dose of an antioxidant like vitamin C right before bed, you essentially put out that signal flare. You blunt the signal. Your body's emergency response system doesn't get the message, and as a result, muscle protein synthesis, the actual building process, gets shut down right when it should be peaking. Studies on older adults have shown that a high intake of antioxidants right before bed reduces the body's ability to activate something called mTOR signaling. That's a technical term, but mTOR is basically the master switch, the green light that tells your muscles to absorb amino acids and grow stronger. In plain terms, vitamin C at night can prevent your muscles from getting the message to repair themselves. And it gets worse. Just like B vitamins, vitamin C is also mildly stimulating. It plays a role in producing norepinephrine, which is a brain chemical that helps keep you alert and focused. This is wonderful during the day, but not at night. Seniors who take a large dose of vitamin C in the evening often report tossing and turning, or having a sleep that feels light and unsatisfying. This, again, means less time spent in that critical slow-wave sleep. And as we now know, slow-wave sleep is when your body naturally releases growth hormone and repairs its tissues. Without it, the collagen, the protein, and the amino acids from your diet simply can't do their job. I remember a patient, a retired teacher named Robert, who was 79 years old. He came to me completely puzzled. He said he was drinking bone broth every day, lifting light weights, but he felt himself getting weaker each week. It made no sense to him. After we took a closer look at his routine, we discovered he was taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every single night with his dinner broth. He believed, with the best of intentions, that it would boost the healing process overnight. Once we shifted his vitamin C supplement to the morning with his breakfast, his sleep improved almost immediately. His muscle soreness after his workouts decreased, and within a month, he had regained a noticeable amount of muscle strength that he thought was gone forever. The lesson is simple. Vitamin C is valuable, but never at night. If you are serious about building muscle and preserving your independence, take your vitamin C early in the day. Let your body use its own natural, intelligent nighttime repair cycle the way it was designed to. Now, if you thought B complex and vitamin C were surprising, wait until you hear this last one. The third supplement you should never take at night if you want to build muscle is caffeine. I know, I know. Many of you might be thinking, caffeine isn't a vitamin. I just have my coffee in the morning. But here's the problem. Caffeine is sneaky. It hides in places you would never expect. It sneaks into supplements, into pre-workout powders, into so-called energy-boosting multivitamins, and even into some fat burner pills that are marketed for nighttime use. And while a little bit of caffeine early in the day can be beneficial for focus and circulation, taking it anywhere near the evening is one of the fastest ways to completely sabotage your muscle recovery. Here's exactly why. Caffeine directly stimulates your central nervous system and tells your adrenal glands to release cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. That might give you a temporary burst of energy, but at night, it comes with a very heavy cost. As we discussed, elevated cortisol directly interferes with muscle protein synthesis. It actively breaks down your muscle fibers. Even worse, caffeine works by blocking the adenosine receptors in your brain. Adenosine is the wonderful chemical your body builds up all day that makes you feel sleepy. It is your body's natural brake pedal. Caffeine essentially puts a block under the brake pedal, preventing your brain from being able to slow down and rest. Without that adenosine signaling, you struggle to fall asleep. And when you do finally drift off, your deep sleep cycles are drastically cut short. For seniors, this is a disaster, because deep sleep is when that precious growth hormone peaks, and when muscle repair actually happens. Don't just take my word for it. A 2020 study in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience followed 160 older adults for 10 weeks. The results were shocking. The participants who consumed caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime lost, on average, 28% more lean muscle mass compared to the caffeine-free seniors. Let me repeat that. They lost more muscle. And this was true even when both groups were eating the same amount of protein. The researchers concluded that the disrupted sleep caused by caffeine led to lower growth hormone release, which directly translated into weaker muscles. I remember treating a retired nurse named Susan. She was 81, and she came to me just as frustrated as Eleanor and Robert. She was so diligent. She was drinking her evening collagen broth, exercising 3 times a week, but she saw absolutely no muscle gains. After reviewing her entire routine, we found the hidden culprit. She had started taking a nighttime fat burner supplement that a friend recommended, believing it would help her metabolism while she slept. We looked at the label, and buried in the proprietary blend was 150 milligrams of hidden caffeine. That's more than a strong cup of coffee. Once she cut out that one pill, her sleep improved dramatically. Within just 1 month, she reported feeling stronger, and her hand grip strength, which is a key indicator of overall muscle health, improved by 19%. So here is the simple truth. Caffeine isn't evil, but timing is everything. If you want the protein and collagen you consume to actually rebuild your muscles, you must keep all forms of caffeine strictly in the morning. That means no coffee, no black or green tea, and definitely no caffeinated supplements after lunchtime at the very latest. Read your labels carefully. You'd be surprised where it's hiding. By making these simple changes, you allow your body to enter that deep, restorative sleep state where the real magic of muscle building happens. And there you have it, 3 of the most common supplements: B complex, vitamin C, and even hidden caffeine, that can silently sabotage all of your hard work. Night after night, you made it to the end. And what you've just discovered is more than just a list of vitamins. You've learned how to stop working against your own body. You've learned how to make your sleep truly restorative. This knowledge is the foundation. It's how you start to win back control from the inside out. That is a powerful, powerful first step. Now, I'm not asking you to change everything all at once. That's not how lasting change happens. I just want you to do one small thing. Just one. Tonight, before you take any of your evening pills, just take a moment to look at the bottles. Check the labels. Is there a B complex in there? Is there vitamin C? That small act of awareness. That is how every great journey truly begins. And to build a strong community right here, I want to hear from you. Which of these vitamins have you been unknowingly taking at night? Be honest. Was it the B complex? Maybe the vitamin C? There is so much power in sharing our experiences, so please, drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one. And please, always remember this: you are so much stronger than you think. Your journey to reclaiming your vitality has only just begun. But here's something even more exciting. Tomorrow, I'm revealing a secret that will completely change how you think about building leg strength. It's a technique that has been clinically proven to increase muscle activation by 34% without any exercise whatsoever. I can only share this information with my subscribers first. So, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do it now. You do not want to miss tomorrow's video. Trust me, this leg strength secret will shock you, and I guarantee you've never heard it anywhere else. I'll see you soon.